Bitches, what's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
What's up? Good morning, party people. How are we doing today? Today is Tuesday. All right, I almost forgot. Tuesday, August 18th. What's going on? Ron Jordan. Good morning. Ron, did you guess who was going to be my guest today? He's probably arguably one of your favorite people in the world. You already knew. Let's bring him up to the stage.
Yo,
Mr.
look at
J.
that. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How you doing,
I'm
buddy?
so excited to be here. I am. Like, look, I'll be completely honest. Like, I pop in when I can. Like, I have it. I have the Twitch notification every morning at 8:30, but usually that is like go time for me. Like,
Yeah.
that's like kids out the door, I start my work day at 8:30 usually. Props to you for doing this at 5:30. Like, you
Well,
crazy.
I mean, it's a time that works for me, right? Like
I
I
know.
always thought it was crazy Ryan being on the East Coast starting
Yeah.
it at this time because I'm like 8:30, like I would never be able to do it at 8:30.
Right. It
Like
takes
so
discipline to
that
do what you're doing though, to like wake
that's why
up.
it makes sense at 5:30.
I respect it so much. You don't even know. So even though I'm not there every day, I
Yeah,
respect.
you pop in a lot.
I
Okay,
do.
so this is your are you normally home at this hour like when you're not traveling?
Yeah, when I'm not traveling, I work home office.
Okay.
So it varies. Time of year, like some days I'm on the road like multiple days a week. This summer I've been home a lot,
Yeah.
except for a few trips here and there. So yeah, this is my home office. And then to the moon work, I usually do, after hours. I usually
Late
do,
nights, yeah.
late nights. Yep.
That's my return of respect to you and Tom because maybe you guys just don't wake up as early as I do, but there's just no way I could do like a whole side hustle hobby, multiple hours a night kind of stuff like Ron Jordan, like all these people that stream all night. I'm like I would love to be there and hang out with you guys because I really enjoy everyone's shows,
Yeah.
but I'm like asleep by the time you guys start. And
Dude,
that's
that's
me
like
being 3 hours behind you.
I tell my wife all the time, like, that's my favorite time of night. Like that, like 10 to midnight. It's just like all is quiet.
So the
Like she usually passes
DJ.
out. So I just have some J time. And like I love working on To the Moon. So like for me, it's fun to like open up my laptop and
Yeah.
work a little bit. Like it sounds sick. It's yeah, but like that's my fun work, right? That's my easy mental work, So I don't know.
Little refresh.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dr.
Ron,
Feelgood. Good morning,
DK,
David.
Dr. Feelgood. So many familiar names in the chat. It's good to see you.
What's up, guys?
Thanks for being here with us.
Okay, so 2 kids, right?
Yeah. So I have 2 kids, 10 and 6.
Okay.
One going into first grade and one's going into 4th grade this year.
Nice.
I don't, those that are close to me in the VFriends community and some online communities know like my side as a dad, but I kind of keep that pretty quiet and private. Like when I'm on a stream or like talking to a larger audience, it's just a preference. But in a format like this, like being a dad is like, that's my number one job and response. Like that's my everything. Right. So, it's nice to be able to chat about that here too a
Yeah.
little bit in a smaller, chiller crowd that gets it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Ryan's whole thing when he started to dive deeper and deeper into the community. He was like, there's way more people like my age with wives, with kids, with husbands, like all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't seem like it's talked about that much. As our fearless leader, Gary, he kind of keeps his kids
True.
off to the
Hmm.
side, being at a celebrity status and stuff like that. So I think a lot of us kind of in the community, we follow that kind of mindset to
Yeah.
some degree. And so I think that's just what made sense to Ryan and made sense to me too, is like this, let's make a little bit of a tiny space here, carve out a little niche where we can talk about that other very, very, very important thing in our lives and just kind of all come together and help each other through, because parenting is not easy. It definitely takes a
Parenting is
village.
not easy. And like, I maybe this is too stereotypical, but like I feel like men don't always go to other men for parenting advice, right? Like
Yeah.
they're like, it's very much like a figure it out. Um,
Hmm.
but the times in my life where I have gone to other men that I am close with and respect, it's always worthwhile. But I
Yeah.
definitely don't do it enough.
Yes. Yeah, or just being here to open up about stuff. Like it's been a different kind of like wild, eye-opening
Yes.
thing for me to just sit here and talk nonstop about my life as a dad and my wife and my kids and stuff like that. And I always appreciate everybody in the chat who comes in and drops a little, question or a little, their take on the reading. It's a wild frontier. Yep,
It sure
exactly.
is. Yeah. It's been the best. Like
Dylan, good morning.
um being a parent has challenged me in ways like I was an only child. So having two
Okay.
kids and having um a little girl, right? Like for never having a sister, it like rocked my
Mm,
world. Like I was like, wow, this is just different.
yeah.
Um and so like she is just my daughter. Like my son is my mini me. If you were to
Okay.
come over and chat with him, you would get that right away. If you know me at all, you would get that vibe, right? Um, to the point where it's scary some days. I'm like, you are me. And then my daughter is like the opposite. She's just like she's like my wife, but not really. She's her own strong-willed pistol little girl.
Yeah.
She's gonna do big things. But like for me, not having a sister, it's just been wild, raising a little girl. I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's the best.
Yeah. I mean, like when you grow up like that, you kind of grow up isolated because, growing up
Yeah.
as a boy, you're going to hang out with mostly friends that are boys. You're going to be in,
Yep.
boy sports, and then you get to the high school and you're like chasing girls, but you still
Right.
like, you don't really have that like inner depth of what a woman is. A very confusing being. And once you have a daughter, you start to see the other side of it. My first
Yeah.
two were daughters, and it was definitely very eye opening for sure. I did have sisters though, so I did
See,
already
yeah.
kind of.
I think you had a leg up there. Like
Uh huh. I think
I
so.
didn't know any of the things. I just didn't know any of the things. And she's just I'm glad I have my son first because he's definitely like it was definitely
Easier
more
to.
natural for me, right? To like raise him and like do the things and okay.
Yeah.
But so blessed to have to that. We're done though. Like I'll publicly say that like my
Oh
wife and
yeah.
we both agreed on two. We felt really confident in that decision. Like we felt like that's what God was telling us. Like we are, and so we are going to follow that, stick to that, and there will
Good.
be no more. There will be no more little J Robs. So yeah, very very pleased with that.
Yeah. Two's awesome. Two's
Yeah,
awesome. Three's great too. But um, we definitely we thought we were done at two, and then we had our
yeah,
surprise, our little boy,
yeah.
which rocked our world too. Um,
Yes.
so cool, 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 cool.
Chell's in the chat. Good to see you,
Yep, Chell's
Chels.
here. Dylan walk in. Um, I did produce some questions, and I'm
Oh,
feeling
sure.
I'm feeling awkward about reading them. Why is that
Oh, please
weird?
don't. There's
We
nothing
already
awkward
talked about a
here.
lot of it anyway. So you're already flowing into it very, very well. One thing it did bring up. So you brought up you're an only child.
Hmm.
How how was your how was your parent like child parent journey like with your mom and
Yeah.
dad? And how
Um,
much of that have you do you feel has carried on to your parenting journey? Like there stuff
yeah.
you like or don't like?
Yeah.
Answer is
Um,
plenty.
I was raised, out in kind of the sticks. So like, I being an only child in the woods, was is kind of, you have to make your own fun. And I will say that my parents, uh, supported me in coming up with that fun, and made sure they were engaged. But I will say that, like, um, there's obviously areas, like my dad. It's no fault of his own. He just worked to provide. He worked to put food on the table, and he was gone a lot for work. And when he did come home, he was usually burnt out and exhausted. And so, like, our one-to-one time, while it did happen, and he would make points to like take me on trips and things like that solo, I uh, and I don't blame him for this, but one of the things that I've tried to do that's different from my childhood is really be every single day making intentional time to sit down with my kids and have that engagement with them. And I think this it just so happens that's what this kind of chat this week, this daily dad is about.
Hmm.
Um, but like, if I always am like, okay, it's those little moments over many days that will leave that lasting impression, right? When I look back on my childhood, it's like I'm reflecting on so many days, but there becomes a baseline, there becomes an average
Yeah.
of what that experience is like. And I want that average of dad engagement to be super high. Even though I'm very busy, I travel a lot, but like that all goes out the window when I'm home. Like, I try to be locked in. Um, but my parents gave me every opportunity. I'm so blessed, like so grateful. My mom worked a part-time job to help pay for college, like stuff like that. Like,
Hmm.
I look back and I'm just incredibly grateful for them giving me every opportunity. Um, and there is no um, amount of thanks I can give there. My my mom is still alive. My dad passed away from a really rare genetic brain disorder about 3 years ago, and that was really hard. And it was hard to put my kids through that. It was hard for me. It was a really tough time. Um, but I got stronger through it. Like, that was one of the times that, like, I feel like my dad taught me the most, believe it or not, was when I was an adult. Is like watching him go through that and how he handled it, and the perspective he took on it. Sometimes I think I learned more from my dad as an adult than I did as a child.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so it's that's a weird thing to think through sometimes. But my mom is still alive, and she lives right down the road, and we see her all the time,
That's
and
great.
very actively involved with that side of the family. And then many of you know Peepaw. Peepaw is my father-in-law, also active in the V Friends community. He lives right down the road as well with Meemaw, and so we've got a great little circle of family here. And so we're making the most of that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that, but thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's tough losing a parent, especially with your kids being so young and you being
Hmm.
so early and new into your journey, and thinking of that person as your father figure, right? The person who
Yep.
raised you and the person that you would go to for advice in this
True.
journey. So
Hmm.
that's that's tough, man. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. No, thank you.
But like you said, good, you know, it sounds like you guys had some time during it for him to kind of show you how he was going through the situation and how he's going through life. And like you said, had a good moment or a good lasting impression in those last moments
We
with you.
did. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Grateful.
Yes, very grateful. Well, that's good. What else did you say? Hmm. lost. I got sidetracked by that. That got me a little emotional and a little misty. That's been something that we've been talking about a lot here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Chels just went through some situation, so
Yep.
shout
Yeah, I
out to
was talking to
Chels. All
Chelsea
our
the other
love
day.
to Chels because she's literally just going through that. So
Can we?
thankful
I
that
mean,
she pops in and says hello.
there's this point like with that like with my dad's disease, and even my aging mother, right? Like
Hmm.
you start to, in a way, become a bit of a parent, right, to your parents,
To them, yeah,
and that's a tough thing. Like
yeah,
it's to get there, especially with my dad's disease. Like he needed a lot of help, right? And so like I mean, I think some it it would understandably scare some people away in that moment, right? It's like this is so bizarre and foreign. What, like, taking care of your own parent, but then like I also feel like that's why we were put here as well. Like take care of our
hmm,
elders, be part, like take care of that generation, right? And so that few years of my life was consumed by that, like just making sure, advocating, going to see it like that. But that was like why that was that season, right?
yep,
And gosh, it made me so much stronger. Like in the moment it felt, but like looking back, I'm like, okay, if I can get through that, if we can handle that, if I can be a man
yes,
during that, um, and I can step up to the plate and do that for my own dad, like
yeah.
I'll be an okay father, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah,
and you were in a, like we talked about, you're in a busy part of your life in general, and then you just had
yeah,
this huge obstacle um, thrown at you, and yeah, not as many people would put as much focus into it. There's definitely different ways you could have handled it, but yeah, definitely going through it was probably hard and rough. But like you come out the other side, having
yeah,
had the time that you had, and feeling a lot stronger, and feeling like you just said that you can get through. But, oh, the other thing I was gonna talk about is, amazing to have mom down the street, right, or
the
close by.
best,
That's one of the
the
things that we
best.
talk
Yeah,
a lot here. I think Chels is a similar situation, MP is a similar situation, like, having the parents nearby, especially as they go through that transition of
yeah,
the downhill part, and you can keep a closer eye on them. You're not having to travel across states or cities. They can stay within the household with the kids. I think that keeps them young.
yeah,
Like my grandmother is very isolated, uh, one state away, not too far. But I know that when we go see her, like she kind of lights up a little bit
yeah. I believe that.
versus the rest of the time. I kind of feel like she's just bored out of her mind.
Yeah. Uh,
It's a great blessing.
I already have that in my mind. Like if I'm welcome, right, someday, I would love to
Yeah.
live near my kids. You know, like wherever that is, like that is retirement to me. You know, so
Hmm.
I'm
That's
hoping
in
that
the
that
text.
comes.
That's in the book.
Yeah,
That's in the book.
isn't it?
It's all these lessons that we're doing throughout the year, Daily Dad. In a couple of the readings, it's doing all this work to build this relationship with your kids. Like two things: to build your kids to be a better human, but also to strengthen the relationship you have with your kids, so that
Hmm.
going forward you're always, like you said, welcome in their life, because it is
Right,
going to be their life at one point, and they are going to get
right.
to do whatever it is that they want to do, whether it's move to a different state, marry a different
Yep.
person, have a different lifestyle than you had it altogether. Like some will follow you directly, maybe your son because he's
Correct.
a mini me,
Yeah.
but others will rebel and go in a different direction. And if you've built this great of a relationship, using tools like the book, the show, parent support groups, whatever it is, podcasts, um, then hopefully, like you said, you're allowed
Yeah.
to continue closely in their life
100%.
and live
That's
down
the
the
goal.
street. I mean, that's the ultimate goal, right?
Yes.
Best relationship. Nice. Okay, so we did the reading, right?
We did. I
I
did do
sent
the
it to
reading.
you.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the
Yes.
book, folks. He doesn't have the
I don't
book.
have the book. I got to get the book. I'm sorry.
No.
I know.
I can only scream it so loud, and I can only buy so many copies before my wife starts to say, "Why do you keep spending our money and sending it to your internet weirdo friends?" And I'm like, "Honey, like part of me is like I should just set up a business Amazon account and through the business just ship books to
Just ship books out. Yeah.
when
We could do a what?
when the book
We could do a
introduced, there were
whatnot
definitely
stream. Yeah, with
yeah,
the
when the
book.
book was introduced, there
Uh,
was like you could buy a case and get like prizes or whatever, but I was not spending
You
thousands of
slept on
dollars
that.
on books. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Um. Let's see.
Definitely
Yeah.
regret
I
it.
mean, this reading was really good. Like, I love this. You are the toy, right? That's the name of the reading.
Yeah,
It's so true. Like,
it is.
like I've never looked. I mean, I have reflected on that, but not like directly like this. Like, I'm really good at playing Barbies. I'm just gonna say, like,
Okay,
um,
nice.
I'm a pro, and like, I get down on her level, and we sit down and start that, and like, she is having way more fun with. We're playing Barbies, but it's really
Yes.
the animation and conversation and ridiculousness because I'm like really silly with the Barbies, and she's just hysterical, right? That's that moment where you're like, okay, dad is the toy. The Barbies are the vehicle to the
Yep.
toy, right?
Yep.
And I love that. And it's just it's so important that you pause and reflect. It's like they want you, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Um and it's a joy, you know?
Yeah, this is definitely one of those readings where if you thought about it, it makes sense. If you haven't thought about it and you didn't understand and maybe you didn't have that growing up, then it doesn't click until someone turns on that light for you and you're like, "Oh, okay." Like it's not just about giving them all the toys and buying all the Barbies and buying all
Mhm.
the Lego and the video games and stuff like that. It really is about immersing yourself in it with them, and it's obviously challenging because we're all going through all kinds of stuff. By the time we get home, maybe we've worked a full day, maybe we've been yelled at by three different people, and we're exhausted. But the beauty in our kids is that they have a never ending supply of energy and they always want to spend time with us. And if you actually do make the switch to just turn on dad mode, turn on mom mode, and get down and play with them.
Mhm.
Like play, just like I'm thinking what happens with you and Tom in the middle of the night. You guys are playing. Um, it it energizes you. Like it wakes you up. Like you're being
Oh,
goofy with
heck
your
yeah.
kids. You're playing Barbie. You're doing silly thing. All that kind of stuff. It's surprising. Hanging out in my back pockets. Barbie
Yeah, you gotta
dads.
there's nothing like that. You go to work and you find
You
like
go for
I like reach in my pocket and there's like a hair bow, and you're just like,
yeah.
oh my gosh. It
Yep.
just snapped you right out of it, you know? Um yeah, and I think there's these moments like I try to make these things like almost like traditions. Like every year my son and I for the past few Christmases, we've built the Lego holiday set. Every year Lego comes out with a holiday set. We've made a little garden of a little Lego village,
Yeah.
and but like he knows that like we are gonna build that set together. Like this is not like here's your Lego. It's like no,
Yeah.
this is like, and so I think the more things you can do like that, where it's like they anticipate that, can look forward to that, and like know that you're gonna be locked in. You're promising them that time. Like
Yes.
that's the best currency when you're a dad. Like there's no
Yeah. You put your phone away. You're not distracted.
yes, no distractions, no yep. And it's
You
the
don't
best.
need to
Like stuff like
video
that
it. You don't
is
need to make content out of it. It's just like the world melts away. All your
yep.
problems melt away, and they get the one thing that they cherish the most is the
Yep.
attention from the big person that controls their life, is in their imagination world, or just in their space, locked in for 20 minutes, an hour,
Yeah.
3 hours, whatever it is.
I think this reading also mentioned, like, why is your it's a game because they're playing a little bit of power that they have in this strange, uncontrollable world. Their
Yeah.
power over the adults who have power over them, right? And gosh, I feel like this is where my daughter and I and my wife's we butt heads with her. She wants 100% of our time, all the time. She's like super locked in, super glued to us.
Yes.
And there it leads to frustration when she doesn't have any of that power in that moment, right? She has a hard time processing that. And so it is a struggle. It is like this. I like how this isn't always warm and fuzzy, right? I've seen these other episodes. It's like, yeah, this is great that you can get down and play Barbies, but sometimes there's this challenge, there's this conflict, right? And it's so true. And she does play games like that. She's really my daughter in particular is so good at playing the games of like, I'll be a really good listener if you come play with me, or just this one time, like those things. That's her
really
trying to use her power, trying to have a little power over me.
Yeah. It's really weird to call a 6-year-old manipulative.
It's true though. You know it. You lived it.
Oh,
and
I
now
knew
you've
it,
got
for
teenagers.
sure.
You're probably in the thick of manipulation. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I loved that line too. So I'm glad you brought it up. Like, that line in there is like, they don't control so much of the world, but they do figure out that
Mhm.
they can control us to a certain degree. And
Yeah.
I love the explanation of, like, they're going to bed and it's like, can I get a water? No, I want a juice. No, I want the other juice. It's like every one of us has lived through that, and it's just
Mhm.
that they're playing a game. They're exercising the little control they have over us, and it just is what it is.
But how you handle yourself in that moment is so key. Like,
It's a test.
it drives my wife nuts because I'm like so chill, right? Like it takes so much to rattle me that it's almost to a
Mm,
fault, right? And
okay.
so like by the time she might have asked for the 10th version of juice, right? Like I'm still chill, like, and my wife's completely lost it. And I can't blame her, but like it's just but you say a lot about your character and what you're teaching them as far as patience and
Yeah.
gratitude, right? And all those things that we want our kids to
Nice.
have. If you just how you handle yourself in those moments, I think is so important. Yeah.
Yep. But it's also tough. So yeah, I've had some bad moments on that. I've had some good moments on that. My wife and I go back and forth. I'm definitely the one who's more inclined to go up and down the stairs, whereas my wife, if it involves a different level, she's like, "No, I'm not going up and down the stairs."
I'll deal with it. It's your problem.
Whereas sometimes I'll run up and down the stairs, but other times it's just like, "Hey, I'm not even involved in it because I'm asleep." So she
Yeah.
does a lot more of it than I do. So, but you
I
got to
have a
go,
question
right?
before we. I
Go
got
ahead.
a question before we gotta go. When am I gonna see you next, man?
Fuck, I don't know. I'm really shooting
Like,
for Texas
like,
because I can't do Comic Con. I really wanted
oh,
to do Comic Con this year, but my whole friend group we made a trip to Hawaii on the 30th of October, and
it's fair.
October is my birthday month too, so it's already kind of like a
It's crazy.
busy situation for me. So
Dom gets a
Comic Con,
birthday month, everyone. Just, I don't know if you heard that, but Dom gets a birthday month.
yeah, Comic Con and Texas are the two that I really want to go to. So I
I
think I'm
mean,
gonna try to hit
we
both
missed
next
you in
year. I
tech
have to try to
in
make some
Chicago.
sort of deal with my wife that I can go to both next year.
Yeah, try to put it in there. I'd love to see you in person.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you fly into LAX, I'm around.
I need a yeah, I always fly into San Francisco. I don't ever come to
Oh
LA.
no,
But
I'm not anywhere near there.
I know, that's the thing. Like I have no reason to go to LA. Maybe
Gotcha.
to
Okay,
find one.
that's
Yeah,
fine. We'll figure it
it's
out,
all
dude.
good. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me on. I'd be happy to do it again. This is so fun.
Yeah, anytime.
Dad
Just
life
text me.
is
You have my number now.
super fun to talk
Get
about.
the
So.
book. Get the book, and
Okay, I'll get
if
the book.
ever a reading speaks to you and you got a free, 20 minutes and want to jump on, it's really that easy. You have my phone number now, so we're good.
I love it. Great to see so many of you in the chat, and I'll see you soon.
You got a show tonight?
Tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night. Yeah.
All right.
Tom is on vacation, so when
That guy,
Tom's
he literally
away,
just said
Jay comes out to
he literally
play.
just said like a couple weeks ago that he never goes on vacation. Now I feel like
Oh,
all
he's
he
so full
does
of
is
it.
go on
Dude,
vacation.
he has a freaking beach house. Don't. Yeah, he's a liar.
That freaking guy.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it,
See
buddy.
you all.
Bye. I'm just gonna push him off the stage for a minute. What's up, people? Okay, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you for coming by. I hope you enjoyed my IJ Rob treat. The dude made an epic fail. He booked a meeting, but it is what it is. Like you said, 8:30 is the hardest time in the day for people on the East Coast. So I understand why a lot of you have trouble coming up on here. But yeah, Dr. Feelgood's coming back, right? Right. We're working on that. MP's here. Probably not this weekend. Chels, we need another Chels show. Brofit. When's Brofit coming on? David, come on, guys. Shout out. Come on up. Hit me in the DMs if anyone wants to come up. Just do a little 30-minute chat, just like Jay just did. The brave IJ Rob. Love that dude. Thank you guys. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. Happy Is It Canon Day. Yep. All right. Bye, people. Have a great day. See you.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.